All right, this is MIL-SPEC Monkey, and we're here with...
I'm Taran Butler. I'm at Triggercon. I'm here at the booth G17 with Genesis Arms and JK Armament. So right when you come in, we're right here.
Very cool. Well, what do you got to show off today? What's your big piece?
The primary thing right here is the trunk, and these are the guns of JW4. So we have the Pit Viper. It's a crazy 2011 5-inch compensated fiber optic front sight that's static, a 2-pound extreme trigger. It's got everything on it. It's just a crazy gun. There's nothing like it out there. It's just awesome.
Very nice, very nice.
We have the Genesis shotgun. If you watch the movie, you'll see him shred a bunch of fools with Dragon's Breath. It's got an EOTech on it, the new one with a single dot. Completely amazing shotgun, nothing like it. Most reliable I've ever seen. You'll see it on the videos here, going full auto with 20-round mags. And we have the gun that starts the movie out, the G34 Gen 5 Combat Master. Carry magwell, fiber optic sights, optic cut, chimney trigger, under 2 pounds. The gun is just fantastic gun.
Rockin'. And would you say for design theory, was this batch destined for Hollywood or just kind of?
No, these are more just to be the best guns out there for what they are. They cover every kind of gamut from carry, self-defense, law enforcement. We have everyone using these from all those different worlds. There's a lot of other guns here too.
Okay. Yeah.
We got ARs. We got 308. Very lightweight. We have the TR9. It's a great little PCC 9mm. Thing's already won nationals. Got the John Wick 3 MPX. And we have a new shotgun coming soon. This isn't the actual model, but we have another gun coming out with Genesis. That'll be a 3-gun shotgun, so it's not just a shorty from the movie. We'll have an 18.5-inch compensated. This isn't it, but it's similar to this.
Very cool.
Over here, we got more stuff. We do Benelli M4s. This was the same one that featured in John Wick 2, in the Catacombs. We got the John Wick 3 Benelli. This is the winningest shotgun in competition history. I've won I don't know how many nationals with it. So is Daniel Horner. So is Nils. Everybody. This gun's always the top winning, and everybody down the top 5 is shooting it usually. Got more stuff over here. Got the Combat Master Alpha. So a total full-blown race gun. We've got the sight block John Wick 3 Combat Master. This gun's already won 2 national titles with Linda Turnbull and Brian Nelson. The sight block model, the front sight doesn't move. More weight out here. It's 5.4, longer, softer shooting. Completely awesome gun. We got little carry guns, little 365 combat carry. All little stuff done to it to make it nicer. Glock 34, completely tricked out. It's good for carry optics division. It's the Copperhead edition. The Sand Viper, one of our hottest guns of all time. It's kind of the Pit Viper in disguise. It came out before the Pit Viper. The Pit Viper was kind of waiting in the wings for the movie, so we just put it out with a spray tan and a hat on. It already's got 2 national titles under its belt, just like the Pit Viper does. Compensated. The dot is very low, so you don't have to worry about shooting too low at close range or too high at long range. It's point of aim virtually everywhere. And this is a limited edition Combat Master John Wick 3. It's a combat special. When I was coming up and shooting, I love the Packmeyer Combat Special. So it's kind of like an homage to the Packmeyer Combat Special. These guns are insane. The trigger jobs on them, the craftsmanship of these guns, and you don't have to wait 3 years to get the gun and pay $10,000. So they're less than that, but they're state of the art. Over here, we have a few of these left for sale. This is the box, the John Wick 3 box. It's got the original gun from the movie, which is a bull barrel front sight. It's on the slide. That's what's in John Wick 3. But what we trained with at the range was an island barrel edition. So the front sight is on the barrel, and it shoots a little bit softer. And the front sight is static. It doesn't move with the slide. And there's a few of those left. Custom boxes. So any questions?
And I was curious in letting others know more about your background. So you weren't always in the Hollywood side, right? Would you say your beginnings are in tactical training?
No. Hollywood just came to me, whatever. I was very lucky. I love movies. I love movies my whole life. Dirty Harry, Magnum Force got me into shooting. I watched that combat scene with Clint Eastwood, Dirty Harry, Callahan versus David Soul. And that whole combat shootout scene was cool with the Hogan's Alley. So that got me into shooting. So I followed the shooting sports, became a grandmaster in a year with a Glock. No one's ever done that before. Then somebody threw me into 3-gun. That turned out really well. Started winning 3-gun matches, innovating guns for that, lightweight rifles, shotgun caddies, customizing Benellis. And then I did different movies before John Wick, but John Wick really was what changed everything. The director and J.J. Perry and Chad Stahelski saw my videos, heard about me, came to my place, and when they saw my style, they go, "We want this because it's so much more action-packed and amazing compared to just your generic trainers from previous films." That's why a lot of movies you see, people in our industry get upset when someone has a terrible cup and saucer, or the gun is like slide locking after one shot, or they're not doing a reload, they just tap the bottom of the mag, or the gun is shooting with the bolt locked open, all these different things. So they wanted to see another level of action. And I was very blessed to have them come. They're wonderful guys. They've changed my life. I owe them everything. And it's nice to be able to have someone listen to you and add not only the training, but want better equipment to upgrade from John Wick 1 with those lame brain guns to much better stuff. So the Glock 26 was cool, but the rest was kind of whatever. So to go next level every movie and to be pushed to go next level, to find a better setups, because he's going to do more action on another level. Their fighting gets better, the action gets better every movie. They're not going backwards. So it pushes me, and sometimes you're a little nervous because you're like, I don't know what else I can do to do better, but then we find a way. God helps me find a way, and it works out.
Very cool. So we're for at the beginning was Hollywood and others seeing your training videos, and then were inspired like how dynamic it was, or would you say that was kind of where you got spotted first?
Yeah, they saw that my style of shooting on YouTube and stuff like that. Then they asked me to audition a video. Said, we want you to shoot an apple, eat an apple, and shoot at the same time. There's some video out there on YouTube where I'm eating an apple and shooting from the hip. Hip shooting is kind of my thing. I can do it pretty damn good. So that's like my ultimate thing now. And they just like the style, the transitions, the manipulations, and other movies it was like, okay, just have him hold the gun well. Maybe does a reload, call it a day. They'd always cut it out anyway. I'm like, oh great, all that training for nothing. But in this franchise, like, the director wanted shotgun tactical loading for John Wick 2. In John Wick 3, we did quad loading. And I even said, like, you think the audience will even know what's going on? He goes, I don't care. They're going to watch it so many times trying to figure out what the hell is he doing, you know? And even in the match saver in John Wick 2, everybody's like, oh, look, he's got a gun jam. He cleared it. No. And other guys, no, dummy. He's doing a match saver load, which is a shotgun shell that's on the side of the gun that drops when you run empty. And I actually won Fort Benning championship there, the last one I shot, on the last stage where I missed my plate, and instead of grabbing a shell down here, putting it in and losing a couple seconds, I just go chick boom, and I won by like a 100th of a second. So that was the difference. So
nice.
And people watch the scene over and over again, trying to figure out what is going on. And the director was smart with that. Like, don't just make everything so simple-minded. Like, let people figure it out, you know. And then for John Wick 4, we had, like, I couldn't go any more insane than quad loading a Benelli. So the only way to go is with the Genesis shotgun. So that was the next level.
Very cool. At this point, are they given pretty elaborate storyboards and planning for, like, say, if you're assigned to a lead, training them up, or what's kind of their process flow these days?
What do you mean? I don't understand.
Well, like, are they just like, hey, we need you to train this guy up on general firearms, or they're like, we know we're going to definitely do these certain moves and really hone in some trick shots? Or
For what?
just say, like, whether it be Wick or any movie, are they presenting?
Oh.
Are they asking you to train up actors or specific shots or?
No, I mean they come out and they kind of know I'm going to teach them everything I can and just give them the best I can for somewhat realistic training. You know, sometimes there'll be fun stuff like the Wick flick and things like that, and I'll leave that alone because it's cool and Keanu had it down. But we don't do like super loony stuff like double gun jump sideways stuff.
Sure.
That was done to death already 20 years ago.
Right.
You know, 2 guns at once. It's, you know, how are you going to load them? You know, just go, I mean, it's, you know, they don't want so ridiculous, and I don't want it either. So we keep it in somewhat a realistic. Obviously, the movies have a realm of, you know, a little bit, you know, extraordinary, insane action. Otherwise, you're bored, you know. I could have like one shootout and call it a day. So,
Right.
so we push the envelope with what we can.
So would you say
and they're incredible stunt coordinators. They add so much amazing action to everything that they've got that down, you know.
Cool. So would you say the starting point is tactical realism and then try and find ways to just make it look cool for the big screen?
Yeah, I mean, we just do what I do in 3-gun, and it's just in the movies, you know. So,
Cool. And overheard a little bit, so it sounds like you actually get to be on the set sometimes and help?
Yeah. I've been on a lot of sets. They were nice enough to bring me to John Wick 4. I was on John Wick 2. Just there, helping all I can. You know, there's a lot of moving parts. You just do everything you can to help. Make sure mags are loaded right, the right round count. If they want a slide lock, you got to make sure it's the right thing. Make sure everything's running well. Do the best you can. I work with amazing armorers, from Gary Tours of Extreme Props to Rock Galati to ISS. All wonderful guys. All know their business. They never have any problems, anything like that going on. So they're total professional. Also, in England, we work with Babty and just, you know, all these different companies. So.
Oh, great to hear. Any favorite shots or favorite times where it was a memorable moment for you on set? As in helping out?
Yeah, like it was fun to, the whole staircase scene going up to Sacré-Cœur Church. That was really fun. The part where he takes the slide off the Pit Viper and stabs the guy, slashes him and stabs him, and you know that was cool to be there for that, you know, and Keanu was cool because, like, you know, he has to throw the slide down on a pad, and you're doing all that action, and he missed the pads. He was like, "Oh no, I scratched the gun," and the gun had fallen like 7 times down the cement, rolled a mile, picked it up, and literally was barely even hurt. The ion bond coating, I was like, oh my God, that gun is going to be toasted like the car back there, right? And when it was all said and done, after I don't know how many, like 8 takes, hitting the cement, you know, like 7 times, all it did was just scratch the sights up. The actual slide is fine. I'm like, wow, I couldn't believe it. So I thought it'd be toasted. So that doesn't matter. It's a Hollywood gun. It makes the gun more valuable anyway. So.
Right. Are they generally trying to keep the guns clean looking, or are they trying to avoid battle worn look?
No, I mean, he's just such a nice guy. He feels bad that, you know, he's throwing this thing on the ground. He knows how he has these amazing arch motorcycles. He'd probably feel bad if you smashed it against the wall, but he just, you know, he's just a nice guy. He thought he was hurting it, but there's 6 of them on the movie, and big deal. Some $100 sight got scratched up. Nobody cares. You know?
Right.
We're like, don't worry about it. You know, it makes it more valuable. This is the actual one. You know, all right. So, you know, such a nice guy.
Well, great to hear. And I suppose any memorable moment of conflict of trying to balance the old realism versus just wild display of.
I mean, that's up to them. You know, they're doing their movie. They do whatever they want with the action. You know, I'm just trying to do my part and do my best, and you know.
You just help them out and out of your hands at that point, huh?
Yeah, I mean, the movies are out of a lot of people's hands. You know, other movies are even out of the director's hands. You know,
Correct.
So you know, there's a lot of moving parts. A lot of people have a say in movies. So it's a miracle they're as awesome as they are with so many people's opinion. You know, but that's Hollywood. You know, it's not like one guy doing one thing. You know, so.
Well, good to hear. Not too frustrating. More more positive than negative.
No, it's
deal.
really fun. Yeah, it's really fun.
Great, cool. Well, super. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us. And
You're welcome.
would you like to send people anywhere to learn more about you? Or?
Just go to Taran Tactical Innovations. We're on YouTube, our website, Instagram, Facebook, Rumble, all that fun stuff. So.
Sweet. Well, thanks again for talking to us, and thanks everybody else for watching.
All right. Thank you, MIL-SPEC Monkeys. All right.
If you like this video and want to support us, check out the MIL-SPEC Monkey Store. Although known for morale patches, we also specialize in a good selection of DIY hardware and tactical accessories.